Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to Malaika's cooking show. It's gonna be a great one, guys. On the menu today, I'm gonna be teaching you how to make fresh pasta. You know, we're going back to the basics. We're working on our skills, working on our kneading skills. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting. Let's see how this goes. So you are going to need about 1 cup of flour. Depending on how you're making it, you have to go look up a proper recipe, but I'm making it for a few people. So they say that you should count the eggs per person. So I'm going to use about 3 eggs and 1 cup of flour, and I'm going to show you how we're going to bring it together. Okay, so here we go. We have 1 cup of flour and 3 eggs, and I'm just gonna pour our flour onto our work surface, and we're going to make a little well, basically. Now, this is so that you can gently mix in the eggs and the flour. I think that's okay. I think you should take your time building the well, because the more well constructed your well is, the easier it is to mix in the eggs. So this is what we have so far, and I'm just gonna crack in our eggs into the middle over here. So I think I'm only going to use 2 eggs actually. I had kind of overestimated the amount of flour, and that's okay because it's all about adjustments. Now, if your eggs have these things, it's fine. You just need to get them out. So let me struggle and get these bits and bobs out.
One eternity later.
Alright, now that our eggs are ready to be mixed together, we're just going to take a fork and slowly but surely whisk everything together. Is this whisking? But yeah. So the flour that you use in this recipe is really up to you. I mean, more traditional pasta recipes have different types of flour, so it's all about like what's available to you, what can you get. So we're just gonna work this until it comes together and forms. Oh no, you see, this is what I was talking about, having a well-constructed well, just so you don't have egg seepage everywhere. That's what I was trying to avoid. So, you know, cooking is kind of, it's an exact but inexact science at the same time. So just make it, take your time. It takes a bit of practice, but yeah, it's gonna come together. Now, some people will add oil or salt, but we're making a very flavorful pasta sauce in the next video that will go with this. So I don't need to add much of anything. So then we're just gonna knead this together. So as you can see, our dough is looking a bit dry, but that's fine. You just need to keep working it until it comes together nicely, until we get a nice ball of dough, because you wanna work the gluten as much as possible in order to get soft, yummy, fresh pasta. And this will rest for about an hour, and then we will roll it out and form our pasta. Now, hand making pasta can be done in various ways. There's a bunch of different equipment that you can use. If you have what is it called? A stand mixer. You don't have to do this by hand, but I like to do most dough work by hand. So it's all about preference. So here's our little pasta dough. We're gonna let this rest for about an hour, and we're gonna put it in some saran wrap. If you don't have saran wrap, you can use a Ziploc bag, anything that can keep moisture, because we don't want it to dry out.
1 hour later.
Okay, so here is our dough. Let's take it out of the Ziploc bag. I feel like it's had a good amount of time to rest, so yeah, and it's great, it's soft, it's mushy, not mushy, but you know what I mean. I need to work on my lingo. Yeah, I definitely need, this is the perfect texture for this, okay? And let's lightly flour our workspace, just so that nothing sticks. Flour the top, just so that nothing sticks again. Oh, look at that. Isn't this such a nice setup? Like that. I like this. But anyways, let me roll this out. Now once you reach this point with your pasta dough, because it's pretty even, you want to basically let gravity do majority of the work for you, otherwise we'll be here for the whole day, because we need to get this as thin as possible. You want to let it hang on the side of the counter as you push towards this side, okay? So gravity will pull the other side down as you extend this side. So it'll make rolling this out a lot easier. All right, so our dough is actually pretty thin now. So a lot of people ask me, how do you know that it's thin enough? You should be able to see your hand. And yeah, you can keep going after this, but this is pretty thin. And we still want our, can you see, is the light balanced? And we still want our noodles to have a bit of a chew to them. So yeah, so we're just gonna cut this up now. Now, when it comes to cutting up the noodles, what I like to do is fold it like a little book, like that, and then slice it nice and thin. And there we have our first noodle. Some pasta. Or is it spaghetti? But I think it's pasta. Yeah. And there we have it, guys. Here is our final product, our fresh pasta made 100% by hand. So that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like, share, and comment for engagement. And stay tuned for next week's video where we cook this pasta and we make a sauce. It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be interesting, it's gonna be delicious. Thank you for watching.